Before we start, somebody just posted a comment, and here we have a lot of hyena. You know the hyena? The hyena who prey, I mean myself, I killed many hyena in my life, literally, not, I'm not just saying talking about a human. I'm talking hyena, the animal. I used to hunt them because I believe they are really very, very vicious, risky animals around a population of people. And here we have another hyena. Did you know Zanko saying? How are you, Digino? Peace for the world. Isn't it disgusting to see how dead white people are more worth than others? There are other wars waging, but no blonde blue-eyed get killed, and therefore no one give a shit. Dinjo, the question here, first of all, if you are trying to be a person who fight racism, I want to ask you the same question then. How come when the Tutsi and the Hutsi, whatever their name is, was killing each other, nobody in Africa care? And is it normal that people who care for their own ethnic group, it's normal. Arab care for the Arab. It's normal. We have Arab Council. It's called the Arab League. I don't know what they call it in English. The African, they have the same. The European, they have the same. I mean, people are so stupid, so dummy, so hyena. They try to spread hatred and division between people. You stupid idiot. Dead people are dead people anyway. If you already care for the black people, care for them before they die, not after they die. This is how some people are stupid and silly. And I don't like stupid people. Sorry if I offended you. I did not call you names. I just call you stupid. That's a good rank. If Christian Prince gave you the rank of a stupid, that means you're already good. So, some people, they speak about racism and etc. But every single one of them is racist. There's racism everywhere. There's black racist, white racist, Asian racist. Actually, me, myself, once, I was going to rent an apartment or a place in Airbnb in the Philippines. They refused my application. I could not understand why. Honestly, I could not understand why. Then later, he accepted me, the owner. So I told him, why you refused me? Because he have to approve you. And then he accepted me. He said, I thought you are a Filipino. Honest to God. He said to me, I thought you are a Filipino, and he is a Filipino. He refused to rent me because he thought I am a Filipino. But the guy I'm talking to is not a white person. He is a Filipino. So a Filipino preferred to rent to a white person. You tell me why. So when you complain about racism, look at yourself in the mirror. And now I told him, what do you see? He did not dare to say anything. He said, yeah, he regret anyway, because after he saw me for real, he said, what the heck, this guy will destroy my house. No problem, Digino. I'm glad that you like donkeys. Actually, donkeys are very, very nice animals, and they never heard. Have you ever heard of a donkey waging war? Seriously. Have you ever heard of a donkeys waging wars in donkeys? So human being is worse than donkeys. They are very vicious, very criminals. They have no heart, and they are disgusting creatures. Donkeys are very, very nice, creatures. Actually, I remember once we went in a village in the mountains, and the villager there, he told us, listen, the mountains here all look the same, so you will get lost. So take the donkey with you. We said what the donkey would do. He said, when you are done, you want to go home, just release the donkey and follow him. We laughed. We laughed. And you believe it or not, the donkey, not only he took us home when we are done, he took us in a shortcut. So don't worry about the donkeys for now. I don't. I'm sorry if I offended you, my friend, but this is how I talk. You know me. Racism for sure exists, and this is part of many human culture. But people, they deny it. You know, people, they claim that they don't have it, and we know we are not racist. If you go to the Middle East, you go to the Arab, you will see the most racist people ever. And Arab discriminate Arab too, because depend which kind of Arab you are. I mean, there's Arab, they are Arab by name. I mean, and we occupy them, we make them say they are Arab. Like an Egyptian, he claimed to be an Arab, but he is not, he's an African. So if you go to work in Saudi Arabia, they treat him as not only fourth-class citizen, they treat him like he's the maid, he is the driver, he is etc. You know, so they look down at them. But both they claim to be Arab. You know, if you are a person coming from Eritrea and you claim to be an Arab, you know, good luck. So people who speak, especially, you know, Arab people, they speak too much about racism. Muslims, they speak about racism and they are anti-racism, when all the Quran, all Islam is based on racism. All right. Now, are you racist? Let us say if I am racist. I believe, you know, like I defend one race, I have to admit. Those are the children of Adam and Eve. So if that is okay for you, it's okay. If it's not, who cares? I believe that we are, as a Christians, if we believe in God, believe in Jesus, then believe that all of us, we are the children of one man. So how you can discriminate your brother from the same father? Racism is an illness, is a sickness, is a stupidity, is a sign of weakness in the mind of a human being. And always people, they try to find a way to get support. And sometimes they do it in the wrong way. As an example, you know, if I wanna, you know, if I fight with somebody, he is from Africa, and I am not African, I say, hey, Arab, white Arab, the African are attacking us, Allahu Akbar Takbir. Then the Arab, they join me, because now we are under threat, all of us, they are attacking us, you know. So racism was used through history of human being to gather support, to launch armies, because all of it is based on racism. The Russians are invading Ukraine. This is racism. There's a race, it's called Russian, and there is a race, it's called Ukrainian. Yes, both of them, they look the same, maybe, but it is two races fighting each other. So people, they deny it, but it's real. This is reality, you know, especially in wartime. Let us see. So, you know, like, I don't want to talk too much about the war in Ukraine, because we can do nothing about it. We cannot change it. We cannot fix it. We cannot stop it. We are just normal people who, let us say, I mean, we have no control of anything. We hate it. We don't want it. But I believe that those who lose today, they will win tomorrow. This is how history is, you know. This is how history is. Invader, always they lose. Doesn't matter who they are. Doesn't matter how big and they are massive, their army. A year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, this president goes, new government come, the country get weaker. The one who was invaded, he will be invader later. So, you know, I'm not really worried too much, except about those poor people who lost their houses and etc. And by the way, I told you before that I asked my friends, the churches in Ukraine, to create an account in Patreon. And yesterday they start doing that, because you know I asked them again and again to do it. And now they made an application to Patreon, and when they are approved, and maybe they will not be approved, you never know, because now there's a war in Ukraine, so they might say, oh, we don't trust you, we don't, etc. You never know. I hope they will approve them. As soon as they approve them, I will give you a link. And here, remember, here you are not supporting Russia, you are not supporting Ukraine, and you are supporting people who need food, people who need shelter, people who, you know, families. This is a church, this is not an army, and they help everybody. Actually, most of the members of the church, there's ministers in this church, they are Russian, just to let you know. There's ministers in this church, they are Russian. Because many people, they think that, Russian really, they are attacking. I mean, the appearance, yes, but in reality, it's so different story. Anyway, so today we are going to talk about Islam, and Islam is my favorite topic, and I think it's your favorite topic. Yeah, later when if they gave me the link and they are approved in Patreon, I will give you. Remember, you are not donating to me; you will be donating to them, and I don't mind if you take a donation. You are giving it to me and you give it to them, just to make it clear. So if you are hesitating because, oh, I'm giving you a donation, I cannot give donation to two people. Will take my donation, give it to them. I will live, I will survive, and there is people who they are literally dying there. When we say we ask imam and nobody answer, that is not a fiction. That is the truth. And actually, I'm going to open my Skype. I did not open my Skype for a while. So if there is any Muhammadan, any Abdul, he think really that he is an imam. In case you do not know what imam mean, imams is supposedly a Muslim cleric, somebody have knowledge. Sometimes it doesn't mean he's a sheikh. It mean he is he can somebody lead the prayer. Sometimes can mean that. But when we say imam, we mean about people who they claim that they have knowledge and they can explain Islam to us. CP debunk Isaiah 53. Jews don't believe it was about Jesus. My friend, why I will be worried if the Jews believe in it is about Jesus or not? After 2,000 years, and you want to tell the Jews this is about if they knew, and if they don't want to be convinced, no problem, they will not be convinced. Why we want to care? Why would be worried about it? Most of the Jews already they are Christians. Most of the Jews already are Christians, and the first people who believe in Jesus, they were the Jews. So why you wanna, why you are worried about them? They themselves, they are defeating themselves when they reject Jesus. And like if the Jews are waiting for Jesus to come, according to them, Jesus will come in a donkey. Okay, so in the year 2022, or maybe 50 years from now, or 100 years from now, Jesus will not be coming driving Tesla. He will come on a donkey. Now ask yourself, if Jesus, the one they claim to be the true Jesus, he come to them today, what they will do? Oh boy. You know what I mean? Let us say, for the sake of argument, that Jesus, the true Christ, did not come yet. And there is a Christ who is the true Christ. They are waiting for him to come on a donkey. If he come to them, are they going to welcome him? Good luck with that. The evil ones, they will try in their best to reject, and they will reject anyone will come anyway, and they will make fun of him, and they will call him stupid, and they maybe that now they cannot be crucified because supposedly there's a human right, etc. But they will crucify him in a different way, right? So like this guy, what his name, Tuiva Singer, the one I gave him a spank from time to time. When he make the last claim, if you remember, that the Muslims don't believe that Jesus is from David, and we got him busted. So they are just a bunch of fool, and they can fool you only if you are a fool. If you are not educated, you have no knowledge, and you have no idea what you are talking about. Now, my Skype is open. If there is any Muhammadan would like to join us to tell us something good about Muhammad. And actually, I'm going to make a different video about the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. He have an interview with an American station, and he says Israeli are our friends. And not only that, he said they are our allies. Which means this guy, he just gave a finger to Allah, and he proved that Allah is a liar. Because if the Quran says that the Jews are your enemy until the day of judgment. And then the crown prince of Saudi Arabia, and the funny, by the way, when they say crown prince, you think they are prince. Those are just a Bedouin who used to take a shower once every 10 years. Suddenly they became princes and kings. As you know, I don't know if you heard me many times, I say I took my annual shower. So we the Arab, we are Bedouin people. We are people of the desert. This is why we called Arab. Arab means desert people. Doesn't mean, it's not ethnic really. So this guy, you know, the British intelligence, they made his family a royal family, the same as they did to Emirat and Kuwait, and all those families are made by Her Majesty the Queen of England. When he come and he make a statement like this, that the Jews are our friends and we have no problem with Israel, and even we will become like united in opposing our enemies. And as you see, this is the Quran in front of you. This is the Quran in front of you. The Quran try always, you know, the same as every politician. Muhammad is a filthy politician. He practiced divide and conquer. Divide and conquer, you know. And the same now with Putin, he do that, you know, he tried to divide so he can conquer. So now he tried to divide the Ukrainian so he can conquer Ukraine. The purpose of the division, he don't care really for which one of you, the one who claimed to be Russian and the one who claimed to be Ukrainian. The purpose is we will take over the whole country and all the resource will belong to us and we will control this country forever. And the Quran is the same, you know, divide and conquer. So Muhammad in his time, he tried to divide the Christians and the Jews so they cannot be united in front against him. And then he appealed to the Christians because they are the majority, the Jews are the minority and they are small. So he's not worried too much about them, but he don't want them to be united because they have money, they are rich. So he said that the most close to you are those who they are Christians, but later he killed the Christians. So at that point, he was making the Christian relax. I'm not your enemy, you know. The same as Putin when they, you know, when Macaroni and Battaroni, they start visiting him like puppies, and they are stupid for doing that. He was telling them, I'm not going to invade tomorrow. Oh, I'm going to, and we love Ukraine. We are one people, you know, don't worry about it, you know. Second day he went there. So Muhammad, he have the same strategic, and he claimed that the one is talking is Allah. The Quran, in chapter 5, verse number 64, speak clearly that the Jews are the enemies of Islam until the day of judgment. As you see in front of you, this is chapter 5, verse number 64. The enmity between Islam and the Jews, or Muslims and the Jews, is not something temporary. It's going to stay until the day of judgment, as you see here. And Islam claimed that the Jews are the one who raise war. Islam is not. You know, Islam is a good religion. They are a peaceful religion. The Jews, each time they make a war, Allah, he extinguish their war. But it's not working, obviously. Islam is a religion of war, and there's war everywhere. Like, you know, we see now there's a war in Europe between Ukraine and Russia. But even that one involved Muslims, and Muslims really, they are very grateful for Putin for this war. But this is because of their foolishness, because sooner or later Putin is going to take over them. Actually, Putin, he called the Saudi prince and he made a clear threat for him. Don't ever move your tail. I can take your Saudi Arabia and nobody dare to move. As you see, look what happened. I moved into Europe, I moved into Ukraine, in the border of them, and they don't dare to touch me. So now the Arab, they understand that Putin, he can take any Middle Eastern countries. He can take it so easy. I mean, who is going to stop him? The NATO? The NATO, they betrayed their own people. They are European like them. So they want, why America will defend the Saudi? They will not. Why they will defend Qatar? They will not. Those people, you know, the Western, they understand the world as a business. And Muhammad is the same. He's a businessman. He used the title of a prophet to earn the authority without being chosen as elected person from the people, but he is elected from God. And then whatever Muhammad is saying, people, they have to obey. You do not need to discuss and negotiate. You do not need to go to, you are wrong, you are right. Nobody can say you are wrong, because now the one is talking is Allah. And this is a very smart, evil way to be in control, because now you are doing what Allah said. Are you saying to me Allah is wrong? Who dare to say so? And because what Muhammad say is what Allah say, then who dare to say Muhammad is wrong too? Right? Our Skype is open. If there is anyone who would like to join us, please feel free. All right? And we would like to hear you. Let's go back here. So when the Saudi prince, if we can call him a prince, and all of them, they are no princes and they have nothing to do with any royal family, he's saying that the Israeli, our potential ally, he defeated Muhammad and he proved Muhammad to be a fraud, because Muhammad, he predicted, as Allah, he told him that the Jews will be your enemy until the day of judgment. And now what we see, that Emirat consider that the most important friend, in other way protector, they have in the Middle East is not America, it is Israel. They trust Israel way more than they trust America. You know, because America, many people do not know how it works in America. In America, there's the reason there is no stability of a friendship, as we call it, because every few days, every few years, sorry, we have a new president, and this guy, he switched 180 direction. Obama, he hated the Saudi, he was against them, he supported the Iranian because it's Shia. And this is why he gave them money, he allowed them to arm themselves, he allowed them to grow. Obama, he supported the Muslim Brotherhood. Why? Because the one who funded and who made the Muslim Brotherhood, it was Iran. Muslim Brotherhood worked for Iran. So Obama, he took the direction of supporting the Shia against Saudi Arabia. This is why when Obama went to Saudi Arabia, only 2 people were waiting for him in the airport. 2 people. And none of them is really actually someone important. It's not like the king or the crown prince. No. 2 people, they are waiting for the president of USA. And there is 2 reasons for that. Number 1, because he's black, and those are Arab racist. Number 2, because he was not supporting them, he was supporting their enemy. So to understand how the world function, the Quran will give you a good understanding. Muhammad is an evil man, and all those evil people who work in politician today, leaders, they are like that always. They have no friends. They will betray you over one day. So only foolish people trust Islam and trust Muslim countries.